Well, good morning. We're back. Yes, this is Sandi, Ballard, your host of the Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. Thanks again for listening. Whether you're coming back again, whether this is your first time, thank you, and thanks for sharing the podcast as well. A couple new places, Chicago and Miami, to add to the list. So appreciate all of you. And, excuse me, it is just kind of a weird weather out here in Indiana, and I just not a fan of the cold, so getting used to that. But if you have not connected with me, please do on LinkedIn, and make sure it's Sandi with an I. And Growing Forward Success Coaching is my business Facebook page, Twitter, SLBallard13, and the Instagram, Taskmaster Sandi, because I do like to get shit done. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks, whether you believe me or not. Many times when I'm talking about, or what I'm talking about in my podcasts, even if it's a client going through it, it helps me as well. You know, I fall into the same traps all of you do. Trip over some same roadblocks, and make some of the same mistakes that everyone does, because we're all human, right? So I'm, many times speaking, and there's the office kitty speaking as well from previous experience or current learning situation. So these podcasts help me keep my shit together as well, or get it back together. So last week was about admitting what you're not doing, not talking about facing. I have a few clients that avoid, but in this one particular situation, I have them taking a big look at themselves and the company, since I've been asking them a lot of questions, and they've been reviewing and strategizing, and it's been a really good opportunity for them. So what about you? If you did not listen into the last one, podcast 82, do so, and then let me know. Let me know what you are avoiding. Email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, B-I-Z, and then let's get going. Let's get going through this and get working through this, all right? And, what's more important than a big aha moment? Like last week's quote said, you cannot change what you refuse to confront. And I realized I can do more. I was at an event last week, and one person spoke about personal brand. And it also made me think about some reactions I got at my most recent high school class reunion. It's like, what do you want to portray to others? I've talked about becoming who you want to become, to be known for. And that can evolve as you grow, but it can also be stifled by your fear of what other people think, your perception. Over the years, as we've had more and more class reunions, it's been interesting to see who's come and to hear why, when someone does show, or doesn't, I guess, to hear why they finally decided to come or haven't. It boils down to fear, perceived judgment. Only the successful people go. I'm not successful enough to go, or I used to be. People will think, blah, blah, blah. Some people have changed dramatically, and others haven't changed at all. I consider myself one of those that hasn't really changed at all. My path has changed as far as, career, but, and this is looks and career as well. But in a sense, we've all changed. Regardless, it's about letting your guard down, getting over the fear of what you think people will think, and be there. Most of us spent 12 years of school together. We went through puberty together. We went through friendships, breakups, shitty times, and great times. So the most important thing is just taking that step and getting there, showing up. Good, bad, or ugly, right? And there were people there that I haven't seen in 30 years. Yes, 30. And it was fantastic to see them. Did everyone reconnect 100%? No. But just thinking about who showed up, and especially for the first time, and those who have never come, and they came back. There was a few people who came to the last one 5 years ago and had fun and realized, why have I skipped all these? So they came back again, and it was fun. Perceptions suck, especially when they're driven by your fear or listening to other people's fears. And I went to my reunion, this happened, so, it gets in your head that that's going to happen to you. And there may always be shitty people, but I guess, what you're missing out on so much. And if those people are judgmental, then you don't need to hang out with them. And they probably were like that in high school. And it goes for business as well. So this week I want to know what you haven't done, gone to, talked about, or admitted, personally or professionally, due to your perception. Okay, perception of the event, the people, the outcome, or even your fear of others' perceptions. So your perception of perceptions. All right, so tell me what your perception of the event is. That's going to be a crappy event. It's not going to be fun. I'm not going to have any fun. The people are going to be shitty or judgmental. I'm not going to have any fun. Or your fear of that they are going to be different or successful or not successful. Whatever the hell goes through your mind. Email me, again, sballard@growingforward.biz. And if you can't figure it out or not sure how to get rid of that fear, let's do a strategy session, because I'm telling you, they rock and roll. And if you haven't taken me up on doing a strategy session, what's your fear? I've actually had someone say they didn't want to do it because they were afraid to find out what they were avoiding. So email me, again, sballard@growingforward.biz, and please share this podcast. Help others, okay? Have a great week. Cheers.